has taken over. Let's go. It's Ferrall. Coast to coast. Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money. It's Ferrall, coast to coast.
So you're going to want to get the SportsGrid app on iOS or Android because it's free and because it's badass. It has everything on this app. The TV side, the radio side, it has everything. Go get it today on iOS or Android. Did you know we're streaming on X? That's right. Even this very second. Streaming on X at SportsGrid-Live. 7 days a week, 365, streaming on X. You can watch us on X now every day, all day. I mean, always. It's fantastic. You can get the Ferrall Coast to Coast and Ferrall on the Bench podcasts on Apple, iTunes, or wherever you get podcasts. Let's take a look at the lineup for tonight on SportsGrid TV and SportsGrid Radio. Starting on the TV side, after the show, Front Office Sports at 6, Front Office Sports today. And then at 6:30, it's GTD, Game Time Decisions tonight with the mayor of Miami, Joe Ranieri. At 8 o'clock, it's the original OG, In-Game Live with Scott Wetzel and Dave Sherapan. At 10 o'clock East till midnight, it's Sports Rage with Gabe Morency. On SportsGrid Radio, it's Carver and Lisi, The Institution, from 8 to 10. You get it all on SportsGrid TV and SportsGrid Radio. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid. If you haven't figured that out yet, then we pretty much left you behind. But it doesn't mean you're still not a member. You just need to catch up to the carousel. Hurry up. All right. So we talked a little bit about it earlier, and Pickens finally dealt from the Steelers. They'd apparently had enough of George Pickens.
They certainly have. By the way, Juan Soto breaks the scoreless tie in Arizona. 1-0 Mets. Homer for Soto. He takes Merrill Lynch Kelly. Deep fly. So 1-0 there out in the desert. Yes, George Pickens out of Pittsburgh. We thought this would happen for months. This was chatted about. So Pickens and a 2027 sixth rounder go to Dallas. Dallas will send a 2026 third rounder and a 2027 fifth rounder back to the Steelers in return. I guess this sets up for a couple things. The Steelers really, Scotty, they traded for Metcalf, but they're kind of now in the same boat they were in last year. I think Metcalf's a little bit more seasoned, a little bit more better, can do some other things than Pickens. But they have one wide receiver, and they don't have much else aside from Freiermuth in the passing game after that.
Well, I mean, they got Woods, and they got Wilson, and they got all these hacks, and now there's talk of Lazard because Lazard is lovers with Rodgers and played with him twice. Let's see if they go get either of them. I've had it up to here with the Aaron Rodgers saga. In fact, there was talk of him getting married or something, and there was talk of him at the Met Gala that he was this and that. Like, go to hell. Go to hell. Go straight to hell. Go get married. Go make movies. Go eat mushrooms. I don't care anymore about this dude. Honest to Christ, I can't take it anymore. The fact that guy still hasn't made his mind up yet is all you need to know that he's finished. And if he comes back, he's not going to do anything anyway. We've already been down this road, and he was nothing but nothing with the Jets. What was he? What did he do? Nothing. And what did they do? Nothing. He was nothing but nothing. And now we're waiting around for this guy? Screw you. Go get married. Do some effing thing. I'm sick and tired of your ass. I'm so sick and tired of this guy's ass. Don't even get me started. I'm starting to lose my temper.
Well, it would be nice if, he actually, when is this, we were just talking during the break how they started meeting to pick the new pope, right? And obviously you know how it works. The white smoke comes out.
I'll have that by Friday.
When is the white smoke going to come out of the Steeler facility and this guy's actually going to show up and want, aren't they starting off-season program? And they've already kind of started a few.
Who cares?
What are we doing here? It's just
who cares?
Either you're playing or you're not. Just tell everybody. But either way, now let me ask you this. I know from the Steelers side we talk about this. How about the Cowboys side now having CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens out there for Dak, if Dak can actually stay on the field, having both of those guys out there for him?
Well, I mean, first of all, I'll never accept the fact they pay that guy $60 million. You know, I heard today that he wins a lot of regular season games. You got that right, Gabe. He wins all those games that don't matter. He never wins games that matter. So, and they don't spend money. Sure they do. They gave him $60 million, and now they're going to give Micah Parsons tons of money. But I'll say this. Now you got Pickens and Lamb. They're both really good. And I guarantee you, CeeDee Lamb doesn't want to be second fiddle to George Pickens. So let the games begin, because Pickens is a painful reminder. I mean, this guy is an absolute pain in the ass. He's been complaining since he got to the NFL. He's another one. He's a Shaq talker, too. He thinks he's better than everybody in the NFL at everything. Good luck with him. Have fun with him. Go ahead. Have fun. See ya. Good riddance, dude. See ya. Bye. I'm fine without you. You're a pain in the ass.
He is a pain in the ass.
I still think he's really good. I think he was their best player.
Talented.
But they have that up nice and juicy. So if you're going to get rid of him, then you might as well, send him packing. Do it.
Send him packing, get him out, and now he's Dallas's problem. Dallas likes problems like that. And I saw he's got the same agent as Micah Parsons, who we've already heard Jerry and them have problems with, with Parsons' agent, whatever the deal. So he's got the same agent, has both those guys, Parsons and
He says he doesn't care about his deal. That's another lie. I mean, trust me when I tell you that Pickens is as greedy as anyone in the NFL. His day is coming, and he knows it. He's not stupid. And let me tell you something. He's a great player. He really is. And he played with no real talented quarterbacks. I think that this guy will go off. He'll go over 1,000 yards with the Cowboys. He could never do it in Pittsburgh because the quarterback's all blue. Let's just get down to it. Code blue. Code blue. That's how bad their quarterbacks were. Wilson, Fields, they both suck. I like Fields when he runs the ball. I don't like him any other time. So you can have him too, Chicago, with all your big plans of winning Super Bowls. Good effing luck. Or wherever the hell he went. Where did he go? The Jets. Good effing luck.
Jets.
He's already been in Chicago and screwed it up. Now he's going to go screw the Jets up. They always suck.
He might just do that. You can change the quarterback. You can change the coach. You can change it all.
That's all they ever do is change.
Will always jet. Doesn't matter who's there. Just as long as they're there, they will lose. That's how it goes. All right. There you go. All of the football, the hockey, everything. Now, we do have – it is Wednesday, Scotty. It's Golf Wednesday. I know that we didn't have the Prime Minister in the first hour, or the second hour, I should say, as he's out this week. But I do have all the skinny for the Truist Championship, a signature event, which is going to be taking place this week at the Philadelphia Cricket Club. That's right, the Philadelphia Cricket Club.
That means there's lots of money on the table. Signature events are big money.
Big money, baby. $20 million, like 4.5 to whoever comes in first. So Stewie's here today for Golf Wednesday, as always. From there, he's in Philly at the event. We'll get his lowdown, and then I'll give you both mine and the Prime Minister's selections for the Truist Championship.
And your boy Billy Horschel going under the knife.
Horschel. Under the knife. Hip surgery. Finished. Done.
Whoa.
Enter into the magical world of McLuck.com, where even the smallest of spins can win real cash prizes. Adventure into over 1,000 of the best Vegas-style slot games. So what are you waiting for? Unlock your free welcome offer today. Join the fun where winners play and players win.
Cosmo was supposed to fight Ciaran Clark, but he had to pull up injury. You get the call. You get to go in there. What was it like for you when you got that call, jumping in there and be part of this bantamweight tournament on short notice?
Terrifying, man. 2 weeks notice against a stud, but I've been preparing for my whole life for it, and I couldn't say no to the opportunity, and saw what happened. I came in there and kind of shocked the world. Not kind of, I did.
Only on SportsGrid.
Malaysia Fawali, who you guys know I am a huge fan, has decided to switch allegiances and stay in league. And now she's going to go play for Kim Mulkey. Her, Flau'jae Johnson in the backcourt. It's going to be interesting to watch. You wonder sometimes with roster construction, maybe too much is not too good.
Betting above the rim. Only on SportsGrid.
We know your other brother Marv did the Knicks forever, but you've done just about every team in the league. You did Ames. You did Dr. J. Dames.
But after 45 years in this crazy business, people kept telling me, you got to write a book. So I did, and here it is.
Ferrall, Coast to Coast. Only on SportsGrid.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take.
Ka-ching!
Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this once? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid.
And we are back for El Coast to Coast on a Wednesday. And yes, it is a Golf Wednesday on C2C. I know we had no Prime Minister last hour. We're still going to do the picks later on. And as we always have, Keith Stewart from Read the Line every Wednesday. As this week he comes to us from just a little bit south of us, the city of brotherly love, the Philadelphia Cricket Club, as we get ready for the Truist Championship, formerly known as the Wells Fargo, usually taken at Quail Hollow, but this year in Philly. Keith, it's good to see you as always. How are you?
Mike, good afternoon on a Golf Wednesday, and you're going to have to wait a week if you want to see me at Quail Hollow. I'm down here at the Wissahickon course, Philly Cricket Country Club. Let's get after it.
The Wissahickon. Listen, I'm only going to spend 1 minute on this. We had a feeling that Scotty might do that last week, but I thought he would run away. 253? 31 under? I mean, geez. I mean, did he have to also go in it? Did he take their money out of their lockers afterwards too, Keith? Like, honestly, Scotty, give everybody a break down there.
Mike, he had 40 scoring chances. You know, that's like birdie putts or opportunities inside of 20 feet. He had 29 birdies, 3 eagles. I mean, a partridge in a pear tree. What do you want from the guy? 31 under, and he limped in on the last 2 holes. Unbelievable. But what's interesting to me about Scotty, and the one thing I want to bring up is that why isn't he here? Now, generally, here's the thing, and think about this going into next week, right? Consider this much. This is the one signature event this time of year that he always seems to skip. Now, what's interesting about that is that I get that he's skipping it again this year, but in previous years, it's been at Quail Hollow. The only time he's ever played Quail Hollow was the 2022 President's Cup. So just food for thought for next week. But I'm surprised after 31 under that he isn't here to try to rack up a couple more FedEx points. You know, he needs them.
Oh, he needs them. I'm sure that he does. All right, let's get to this place now, Keith, because this is a rare week for us. Usually, whatever event we're at other than majors, we've got lots of course history. We know the place very well. That is not the case here with the Philadelphia Country Cricket Club, where we're going to be for the Truist. Now, it is a signature event. There's a lot of money on the line, but we don't know this place at all. Keith, tell me about this place. You've been there now.
Mike, well, I tell you what, the course has history, just not history with the PGA Tour. 1922, A.W. Tillinghast design. Now, around New York City, you're talking about places like Bethpage Black. You're talking about Wingfoot. But here's the thing. Those are big brawny, and you got to love the green complexes. Well, that's the only thing that transitions over to this place. It's a little short, par 70, 7,100 yards. You look at the front nine, there's only one hole over 440, and that's a par 5. I think this thing is going to be a scoring fest. Just looking at it, it's soft already, and we expect I won't ruin it for you yet, but we do expect some wet weather. But it is soft already. These guys are already talking about it. I asked Rory this morning at his press conference. I said, hey, how are you going to attack this place? Positionally, or are you going to let the shaft out of the driver? And he said, well, Keith, it's interesting. They've got these cross bunkers on some of these soft dog legs where I could definitely carry them at about 310, and it puts me in perfect position. So at 310, he's not worried about anything. All the trouble's behind him. So guys like him, Wyndham, right? Ludwig, all of these guys that are super bombers, they're going to have an advantage. Another Keith's key. The one skill that translates when you have a new venue, and there's 72 guys in the field, so we have 72 rookies here at the Wissahickon course. That is putting. It translates all the time. If you're a good putter, not only can you control your speed, but you can read greens, and they're new greens to everybody. It's a Tillinghast design, like I mentioned, the green complex. It's going to be complex, right? They're going to be tough to read. It's going to be tough to make a lot of putts. So far, driver, putter, and then guess what? This place has 118 bunkers, Carver. 118, 60 around the green. So if you don't pick some guys that can bomb it, putt it, and have a little bit of sand acumen, then you're going to be sorry.
Yeah, I saw that Rory response, Keith, made the rounds a lot this morning, all throughout social media, and he basically did say, I'm just like he mentioned. Didn't he mention Oak Hill? I believe Oakmont, or I forget where he mentioned that.
Oak Hill. Yeah.
He said Oak Hill. He said, I'm just just bomb it out there and we'll figure it out on the second shot. That seems to be what his strategy is going to. Now, not everybody can do that, Keith. Not everybody can just bomb it out there and figure it out on the second shot.
Yeah, but the last time I checked, there's only a need for one winner, right? So all of your guys, your Henleys, your Morikawas, all those guys that hit it 280, 285, they're going to be landing where all those fairway bunkers are. The longer guys I mentioned earlier, maybe Burns, Wyndham, Ludwig, all those guys, they're going to be past all that stuff. And, they talked about in the golf course superintendent's report, they said, 3 inches of rough. It's May in Philly, New Jersey, New York. There's no grass out here. There's no rough. Yeah. These guys, the ball's basically, it's freewheeling with the driver. That's where I would start to build my betting card.
What's the deal with the weather? You made a little reference there. What's going on with the weather over the next 4 days?
I don't want to ruin your mood, but it's been soft to begin with. Today's been an absolutely gorgeous day for the Creator Classic. We'll get them out of here because starting tomorrow afternoon, we're going to get a storm system between Thursday around 4 or 5 p.m. and Friday 4 or 5 p.m. That 24-hour window, we're looking at about 1.5 inches of rain if we get what is forecasted. And that's only going to make this place softer for the 72 guys for the weekend. You think 31 under was low? I think there'll be multiple guys in the 20s competing for this thing by the time Sunday wraps up.
And I guess that's why, Keith, they're doing threesomes, obviously, with the 72 because of the weather tomorrow. Is that why they're sending them out on split tees and threes?
That's why they're sending them out on split tees and threes. I'm not quite sure why they're doing it later and not earlier. You'd have to call Jay on the jet for that one. I don't know. I really don't.
I'm not. Yeah. Jay lost my number. He's not going to receive it. He's not going to take any of my calls anymore.
He's not taking mine.
And then we're going to get into your card after the break. As usual, I love when we're reading the same mail. Could be a good week for Patrick Cantlay, Keith. I like hearing that maybe. Tell me about Pat.
All right, real quickly. Not a lot of heat around him. Everyone's talking about Rory and Xander and those guys, kind of JT. Everyone in the press conferences today, all three of those guys spoke. All three of them mentioned a mindset where they were preparing themselves. Well, for what? You'd be ready for this week if you were going on Thursday. But they're talking about Quail Hollow. I kind of think Patrick slips in there. And in the Mid-Atlantic, well, we'll get to it in the outrights. But he's a really nice fit here, and he's had a ton of success in the past.
He is one of those guys that you like to look for in this region of golf courses, the rare amount of times that the PGA Tour actually does go and play them. Keith Stewart is with us from Read the Line on a Golf Wednesday. We'll come back. We will get the card for the Truist in Philadelphia next on Coast to Coast.
knows how to show love to our everyday heroes. So if you're a first responder, you are in for some perks. Lots of hotels and casino offer big discounts to any first responders who can show valid work or volunteer ID. So treat yourself to a discounted stay. You deserve it. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The Warriors' future was uncertain. Are they going to break it up? Steve Kerr coming back. They get Jimmy Butler, and they surge all the way through, and now they're through the first round.
The Warriors have guys, because of how special their star trio is, they can make the guys around them better. They can elevate the way that they play. And we saw that. Steph Curry, 3 points in the first half, steps up in the second half, 19 points in the second half to carry them home.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Under him was Sharon Moore, who also participated in the cheating scandal with Connor Stallions. So you know what happens to him? He doesn't lose his job. He doesn't get a 10-year show cause. He gets to keep his job, and they go, we're just going to suspend you for 2 games next season.
Now, all of a sudden, they're coming out with everything that we knew to be pretty much true when it was happening. Yeah, they were cheating. It was like Belichick and the videotapes, right?
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that ring. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of
15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
And we are back for Coast to Coast here on a Wednesday, a golf Wednesday on C2C. Keith Stewart from Read the Line is with us as always. He's down in Philly getting ready for the Truist as they will tee off tomorrow. Let's get to the card, Keith. As I mentioned, reading the same mail, 2 of the guys you're about to mention also on my card, so I'm very excited. What do you got for me?
Well, I'll tell you what, the Iceman, Patrick Cantlay at plus 2,000, his ball striking's been absolutely phenomenal lately, but the putter has really let him down. And you know what? He just hasn't been on bent grass. 6 of his 7 wins have been on the perfect grass up here in the Northeast, the Mid-Atlantic. You remember those 2 BMWs he won back-to-back? One in Maryland, one just over there in Delaware, right near here in Philadelphia at Wilmington Country Club. He's going to get on a friendly grass. It's going to match up with what he's been doing with the ball striking. And this kind of place, it's going to really suit him and his well-rounded driver. The second guy, Mike, this is like the weather. Don't get excited, all right? Jordan Spieth.
I can't believe it.
We're riding the Spieth. We're riding the Spieth roller coaster, all right? Plus 2,800, 4 top 20s in a row. That includes the Masters. He's top 15 off the tee. I keep talking about this. And you know he's sneaky long. He's 12th in the field in driving distance. So that puts him up in that range where he can carry those bunkers at 300 yards and put himself in wedge range, which is where we love Spieth, right? Those 60 greenside bunkers, you know he can get out of trouble. Spieth has put more work in the last couple of days on this range than I have seen in years. Now, prior to this year and the surgery, his wrist couldn't have held up to that. But he knows he's on the verge of something special, whether it's this week or next week with the Career Grand Slam. The guy is grinding. Another guy, Captain Keegan Bradley. I mentioned this was a Tillinghast course. I also mentioned so is Bethpage Black. Bradley, remember him at TPC River Highlands? I mean, I know that's kind of a funky track, but that's what we're going to see a lot of this week. It's going to be driver, wedge, putter. Keegan's won there. He's also on bent grass, Northeast guy. And you know what? With the Ryder Cup and everything, he's going to be looking for Tillinghast guys, and he wants to be one of them, plus 5,000. Did I mention he won the BMW here in Philly at Aronimink in 2018 in a playoff in the slop, in the rain? And he did it over one guy, Justin Rose. Justin Rose owns Philadelphia. He won the U.S. Open here in 2013, right? He won the Quicken Loans back in 2010, and he was runner-up in 2018 at the BMW at Aronimink. Philly Cricket, it would kind of round out the trifecta for him at plus 6,600. He's a big game hunter these days, and at $20 million in the purse, this is a big game.
Yeah, and look, going back to Keegan, like, how could you not play him anywhere in the Northeast? Where if they play anywhere in the Northeast, you almost have to play Keegan Bradley at any of those stops. All right, how about the placements?
All right, top 10, I'm going with JT. He said it himself this morning in the press room. He was like, you know what? I feel really good about my game. I'm only going to push so hard. I was reading between the lines, but I'm only going to push so hard. I'm going top 10 because half of his starts this year, 50% of them, 5 out of 10, they've been top 10s, and it's a good course fit. Top 20s, Corey Connors kind of slipped under the radar, a little plus 110. He's got 5 top 20s in his last 6 starts. It's another good fit, just like Oak Hill. The guy, he can bomb it out there, he can wedge it, and he can putt it just good enough to give me 20 places. Andrew Novak, I'm going to continue to ride the heater. He's looked great in the practice area. You know I love to get my PGA eyes out there. The guy's bombing it, and he's really still solid with the irons. He could definitely putt plus 188, 20 places. Now, top 30s, I'm only going this far because it's a field of 72. Tom Hoge and Eric Cole. They both do the same thing. They are great with their irons, and they are great with their putter. They've both been very good lately. Cole especially, 5th there at Dallas. Tom Hoge, of course, one of the best guys in the field with a wedge. I think both of them can get inside the top 30 at plus money at plus 140. You know, I'm just building bankroll for next week in Quail Hollow, Mike.
That's what we all need to do, Keith. Head-to-heads, we've been going after Mr. Burns recently, but now we're going to go with him.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to run with Mr. Burns because I like Sam Burns this week to have a little bit. So we've been watching him. We've been monitoring. He was awful in March with his iron game. Well, guess what? The iron game has been trending. He just finished 5th, right, down there in Dallas. So he all of a sudden, and he can bomb it. We know he can putt it. He's always been putting it. But Sam has been really good with the wedges, I think, and there's a high number on him at an outright. But against Min-Woo Lee, who hasn't been inside the top 50 since he won in Houston, I love that head-to-head, and I'm going Xander over Ludwig. Anytime, I mean, Ludwig's just been a roller coaster for us, right? He's good. Sometimes he's bad. He won the Genesis, and then he misses 2 cuts in a row. I watched him on the range. He looks a little shaky. Xander looks solid.
Hey, slamming Sammy Valimaki at the alternate event in Myrtle Beach this weekend. Why not, Keith? And, hey, the ladies are at Liberty National. Give me one fast. 10 seconds, ladies. What do you got?
All right, Mizuho, I'll give you a favorite, Roning Yin, plus 1,600, and Jennifer Kupcho, 2 top 3s in the last 2 years, plus 6,000.
Keith Stewart, read the line.
Vegas knows how to show love to our everyday heroes. So if you're a first responder, you are in for some perks. Lots of hotels and casino offer big discounts to any first responders who can show valid work or volunteer ID. So treat yourself to a discounted stay. You deserve it. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The Warriors' future was uncertain. Are they going to break it up? Steve Kerr coming back. They get Jimmy Butler, and they surge all the way through, and now they're through the first round.
The Warriors have guys, because of how special their star trio is, they can make the guys around them better. They can elevate the way that they play. And we saw that. Steph Curry, 3 points in the first half, steps up in the second half, 19 points in the second half to carry them home.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Under him was Sharon Moore, who also participated in the cheating scandal with Connor Stallions. So you know what happens to him? He doesn't lose his job. He doesn't get a 10-year show cause. He gets to keep his job, and they go, we're just going to suspend you for 2 games next season.
Now, all of a sudden, they're coming out with everything that we knew to be pretty much true when it was happening. Yeah, they were cheating. It was like Belichick and the videotapes, right?
The early line. Only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that roof. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of 15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. It's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
turning the corner and heading for home, of course, always a powerful moment when you have a double with Stewie. Just very, very powerful, very emotional. He's as good as it gets on C2C.
He really is down there from the Philadelphia Cricket Club, getting ready for the Truist here. I've got me and Cam's picks too, Scotty. First, a 3-run homer for Rowdy Tellez for Seattle. It's now 5-4 A's. Bottom 6 in Sacramento. The Mets are now up 3-0 on the Diamondbacks. And I guess the Dodgers and the Marlins are going to play a true getaway day game, scoreless through in the fourth, in less than an hour. I mean, it just must be up and down. And that's with Beloso the Clown pitching, too. They're going 3 up, 3 down in this entire thing, which is very sad. Beloso the Clown. All right, here we go. Me and Cam's picks for the Truist, Scotty. We just got Stewie's picks. Here's who we're going with. My outrights. I told you I had 2 the same as Keith. Patrick Cantlay at 20-1. Love him on courses like this. We haven't seen this place before. I think Cantlay will be good. Hideki Matsuyama not being talked about at all this week. Those are usually the weeks that I like to jump in on him. 35-1. If you're in the Northeast, you always play Keegan Bradley. 45-1 in the Northeast. You heard Stewie say Bombers are going to do well here this week. Wyndham Clark is a bomber. He's won big events before. 50-1 for Wyndham the Butler Clark. And Matthew Fitzpatrick has been awful. But his price has now entered a territory where I'm willing to nibble a little bit. 110-1 for Matthew Fitzpatrick. I'll take a shot. Here's Cam's outrights for the Truist. Morikawa, Victor Hovland, who's in at 30. Brian Harman at 65-1. And Michael Thorbjornsen at 100. Look at Cam going big ball with Thorbjornsen this week at $165. Look out.
That's what hospital food will do to you.
Placements for me. Xander, top 5 at plus 290. Justin Thomas, just like Stewie, top 10 at plus 135. Spieth as well for me, top 10 at plus 190. Novocaine, top 20 at 140. And Justin Rose, top 20 at 160. So a bunch of guys that Stewie was on. J.R. Ewing. First round leaders for me tomorrow. Cantlay, 28-1. Spieth, 30-1. J.J. Spud at 50-1. Justin Rose at 50. Eric Van Rooyen finished second last week to Scheffler. Maybe he stays hot on Thursday, 70-1. And Bombers at this place, Keith just said they'll do all right. Maybe Cam Davis for one day. He's usually a Thursday warrior at 80-1. Maybe we can get him involved. As far as Cam for the first round leaders, he's got Spieth 30, Fleetwood 30, Rye at 55, Hoagie Sandwich at 80. And man, Cam loving this Thorbjornsen this week. 90-1 for first round leader. He's all over this guy. I can't believe it. Cam loves him. Now, that is for the Truist. I will tell you this as well, Scotty. In Philly, that's the signature event. 72 golfers.
Lot of money.
Big money.
A lot of money.
$20 million, 4.5 to first. Now, usually on these signature events, at least a few of them now, all the other guys get to go to the dog
play
track
somewhere
tournament,
else.
the alternate.
Yeah.
Myrtle Beach, not a bad place they get to go this week. So these guys get to go. Mac Hughes, Tom Kim. Stewie were just talking off air. I can't believe Tom Kim's playing at Myrtle Beach this week, but that's how the mighty have fallen sometimes. You got to keep, making cuts and winning money, or else you fall out and you don't get in those signature events. I'm going to go with Tom this week. I think he's got a little chip on his shoulder. Tom Kim, Rico Hoey, slamming Sammy Valimaki at 35-1. Alejandro Toasty
sandwiches.
And Sam Riders on the Storm, 55-1 for
Look at him at 55-1. That is fantastic.
So we even got the Myrtle Beach picks in.
Two tournaments at the same time. Money to be made everywhere.
And then Stewie tells me, and how would we know this because they do such an awful job promoting it? The LPGA's at Liberty National this weekend. Anybody seen an ad about that? Because I sure haven't. Can they let people know
I had
they're
one
there?
of my greatest shots of my life on that golf course with a 56 floppy disk. I flew it out of the rough right on the stick with your boy High Heat. Shot of my life at Liberty National. And then with Sad Eyes having dinner at the clubhouse. Oh, my God, the burgers at that place. Oh, my God, they're sexual. Liberty
There you
National,
go.
man. That sets the standard. Diamond Eyes.
It's a great spot.
My man.
There it is. The golf picks for this week on a Golf Wednesday. The Truist
Everyone's golfing.
Championship
Do
down
you
in
think I
Philly.
should
Great job by
retire somewhere
Philly.
like Hilton Head and get a place on a golf course and get a club membership and just start playing again and get that game clean again? Don't you think? Like play every day in the morning, maybe even just 9 holes and then have a drinking problem?
Why not? I mean, it seems like that's like the American dream right there. That's the dream, to just retire to one of those places and just play golf all the time.
Myrtle
All right,
or Hilton Head, I'm thinking I'm starting to lean. Bobby is a South Carolina. He's a point steady boy. It's all happening. North Carolina. Sorry about that. Outer Banks.
Let's get to the baseball now, as I got a lot of games tonight, and I got the Taters, and I got to get them in before leftovers. First of all, the Yankees beat the Padres 12-3 last night.
Why
the
not?
Padres were up 3-2 in this game, and then the Yankees put up a 10 spot in the 7th, led by an Austin Wells grand slam. Aaron Judge also hit he tied the lead, 12 homers. Judge, Schwarber, and Cal Raleigh all have 12. There might be one other that I'm missing there with the 12 home runs, but those are the guys who lead Major League. All rise. The Yankees designated Carlos Carrasco for assignment. Thank God.
He sucked.
He sucks. I mean, get him out of here. We talked about the Marlins walk-off. They're scoreless right now. The Rangers beat the Red Sox 6-1 last night. Castellanos had a 3-run homer for the Phillies in that 8-4 win over the Rays. Schwarber had a homer in that game, too. That was his 12th. The Braves rallied and they beat the Reds 2-1 10. Ozuna had the walk-off. How about Sale? 6 2/3, 5 hits, no runs, 10 strikeouts for Chris Sale last night. He was excellent. Twins beat the Royals. The Orioles. The Royals beat the White Sox. Now, did you see the guy on the White Sox miss the pop-up and it hit him on the head? And did you see that play?
No.
It's one of those, when you're going bad, nothing goes right. So the Royals are down in the 9th. White Sox have a lead. And I forget who it was. Might have been Isbell. Somebody hits a pop-up straight up in the air with a man on first. Second baseman, it's right under him. Hits him on the head and rolls into the outfield. Royals get 2 on. They come around to score and win the game.
They're hot.
That's the White Sox right now. Angels beat Toronto 8-3. They had a late inning rally. The Diamondbacks beat the Mets. Gurriel had a homer. And the Mariners did beat the A's 5-3 last night. And right now it's 5-4. The A's lead the Mariners in the 7th inning in Sacramento. Nice crowd at Sacramento today for an early day game.
Honestly, do you realize how many baseball games we've hit this week, honestly betting?
Feels like it's been a lot, right?
Out of control.
Feels like it's been
We
a
went
lot.
like Friday,
Feels like
12 and 3. Monday, another big night, hit all but 2. Last night, hit all but 2. I mean, it's embarrassing. It really is. And then today, we've been chipping away today on all these games, hitting games left and right.
Unbelievable. It really is. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games tonight that we have to get to, including the Taters. Yankees and Padres again in the Bronx. Detroit and Colorado are actually going to play tonight. Remember, they got rained out last night.
That game tonight in the Bronx with free chicken going. This guy is on his way, literally, to one of the greatest starts in baseball history. Only Fernando Valenzuela with a better start in 7 games, whatever it is. He's pitched 7. He's got 6-0. His ERA is just absolutely ridiculous. He's Cy Young right now, early on. He's been brilliant for the Yankees. I can't wait to see him tonight against the Friars.
Vegas knows how to show love to our everyday heroes. So if you're a first responder, you are in for some perks. Lots of hotels and casino offer big discounts to any first responders who can show valid work or volunteer ID. So treat yourself to a discounted stay. You deserve it. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The Warriors' future was uncertain. Are they going to break it up? Steve Kerr coming back. They get Jimmy Butler. And they surge all the way through, and now they're through the first round.
The Warriors have guys, because of how special their star trio is, they can make the guys around them better. They can elevate the way that they played. And we saw that. Steph Curry, 3 points in the first half, steps up in the second half, 19 points in the second half to carry them home.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Under him was Sharon Moore, who also participated in the cheating scandal with Connor Stallions. So you know what happens to him? He doesn't lose his job. He doesn't get a 10-year show cause. He gets to keep his job, and they go, we're just going to suspend you for 2 games next season.
Now, all of a sudden, they're coming out with everything that we knew to be pretty much true when it was happening. Yeah, they were cheating. It was like Belichick and the videotapes, right?
The early line. Only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that rim. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple 15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. It's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Four nothing Mets now in the 8th. 5-4 A's still. Dodgers and Miami scoreless. I'm watching Beloso, the clown. He's never pitched better in his entire life. Cleveland 8-6 winners over Washington. Houston 9-1 over the Brew Crew. Cards 5-0 over the Bucks. San Francisco 3-1 over the Cubs. Everything else is tonight, so let's pick them.
Can you believe how well that's a Beloso, the clown's pitching like that? And how about Landon Knack? Even Landon Knack's pitching well.
He's got a knack
which is
for
just
things.
Amazing. All right, here we go. The Rangers, after beating the Red Sox last night, they are still at Fenway tonight. Tyler Mahle, who's been outstanding so far for the Rangers. Tanner Houck, who has been anything but for the Red Sox so far this year. Sox minus 145, Rangers plus $1.20 and a 9.5.
I mean, you got to be kidding me that you're going to give me everybody loves Mahle.
Yeah,
at that price.
Something wrong
at that
there.
price, and he's 3-1 with a 1.1 ERA. His ERA is almost as good as Freed Chickens. Give me everyone loves Mahle.
There's something wrong with that line tonight, too. There's something sticks out. Something smells with that game. Phillies are still in Tampa against the Rays. Christopher Sanchez and Shane Baz tonight. Phillies minus 160, Rays plus 135, and an 8.5.
Can I get a Baz hit tonight at that price? You're going to give me that price. They have the same record, same ERA. It's at Steinbrenner. Can I get a little home cooking? Can I get a little in Tampa, a little Steinbrenner love? Can I get George to hit this one for me?
Why not? Get him in there. Get it done. Padres and the Yankees. The rubber match in the Bronx tonight. Dylan Cease and Max Fried. We already told you what Fried has done this year. He has been unbelievable. Minus 175 for the Yankees tonight. Plus $1.45 for the Padres and an 8.5.
Yeah, I'm on the Yankees run line with Freed Chicken. He's been unbelievable. I know they've lit him up before. They got to Freed, the Padres, against the Braves, right? But he's with the Yankees now. Forget Atlanta. Screw him.
Yeah, Tatis is 4 for 7 in his career off of Freed. Machado's 2 for 18 with a homer. Merrill's 3 for 4 off of him. Guys got pretty good numbers off of Freed. But like you said, that was another life. That was when he was in Atlanta. Cincinnati and the Braves tonight. It'll be Hunter Green against Grant Holmes. Big John Holmes. Minus 120 for the Braves. Even money for the Reds and 7.5.
The Bravos get to 500 tonight with Big John
Wow.
Holmes.
Orioles and the Twins in Minnesota. The Orioles have had an awful start. How about the fisherman, Charlie Morton? He's 0-6 with a 9.78. Simeon Woods Richardson goes for the Twins tonight, who are minus 145, plus $1.20 for the O's and an 8.5.
I mean, just so you know, the Twins right now and the Royals are the two hottest teams in baseball. And I'm on the Twins tonight like nobody's business because the fisherman has been getting jacked like big tuna. I mean, your boy is getting lit every time he pitches. His days in Major League Baseball are over. They're going to have to get rid of him. They are. It can't continue. The guy's got a 10 ERA.
White Sox and Royals at Kauffman again tonight. Jonathan Cannon and Waka Waka Waka, minus 225 for the Royals and an 8.5.
Oh, are you kidding me? I mean, it's every night now. Waka 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 Waka. Give me the Royals at the K. They always find a way, even if it's off of some guy's skull.
Tigers and Rockies got rained out last night. They're going to play a doubleheader tomorrow. Tonight it'll be Jackson Jobe and Chase Dollander. Minus 165 for the Tigers and a 9.5.
You know the Tigers are going to beat that ass. Belt ass. Give me Jobe and the Tigres.
And finally, the Blue Jays and the Angels in Anaheim. Good homer night here. Jose Berrios and Kikuchi on the mound this evening. Minus 120 for the Jays, even money for the Angels, and an 8.5.
You know, our boy Kikuchi, excuse me, has not won a game yet. Tonight he will, because the Jays have been pooping in their pants for 3 weeks now. Every single night they lose. Every night. And I hit Anderson last night and the Angels, and they suck, and I still bet on them, and I still cashed for you. Your mother.
There you go. Tonight's baseball. And both those guys have given up 6 homers already this year. Both Kikuchi and Berrios have given up a lot of
Give me
long
the
balls.
over.
Take the over tonight. Speaking of long balls, let's do it. Tater time for a Wednesday night. I've been
Taters
loving
and
this Kerry.
gators.
This Kerry Carpenter on the Tigers has been making us lots of
Whoa.
money. We're staying with him at Coors Field at plus 360 tonight. Ben Rice, a little Rice-a-roni against Dylan Cease tonight. He's been hitting the ball hard. Plus 400. Let's find it over the fence. I said I wanted to go after Berrios tonight. How about this O'Hoppe? Logan O'Hoppe's been good to me too. Plus
O'Hoppe
475 for him. Max Kepler for the Phillies tonight. I'm going off menu there. I'm not going with a Harper or Schwarber. Going plus 5 bills for Max Kepler. And this guy has been awful. Awful for the Rangers. He hasn't hit a homer yet.
18 million.
It's going to change tonight. I watched a couple at bats for young Jock last night, and he's facing Houck, who gives up tons of homers this evening. I think tonight's the night that we crack the egg with Jock Peterson at plus 600. He gets his first long ball of the year. I see it starting to happen. It's going to happen tonight at Fenway. Let's go. Carpenter, Rice,
I hope you're right.
Kepler, and young Jock.
I mean, young Jock has been a complete abortion. I mean, he's literally
been awful.
He's been the worst player in Major League Baseball this year, bar none. He's hitting .045. My guy is trash city, landfill ass trash. I mean, pigeons won't even fly over the dump. He's been so bad. If you hit that bet tonight, I will have seen it all.
Anything is possible. Anything's possible.
Young Jock, let's go. Ring the bell, kid.
Vegas knows how to show love to our everyday heroes. So if you're a first responder, you are in for some perks. Lots of hotels and casino offer big discounts to any first responders who can show valid work or volunteer ID. So treat yourself to a discounted stay. You deserve it. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The Warriors' future was uncertain. Are they going to break it up? Steve Kerr coming back. They get Jimmy Butler, and they surge all the way through, and now they're through the first round.
The Warriors have guys, because of how special their star trio is, they can make the guys around them better. They can elevate the way that they play. And we saw that. Steph Curry, 3 points in the first half, steps up in the second half, 19 points in the second half to carry them home.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Under him was Sharon Moore, who also participated in the cheating scandal with Connor Stallions. So you know what happens to him? He doesn't lose his job. He doesn't get a 10-year show cause. He gets to keep his job, and they go, we're just going to suspend you for 2 games next season.
Now, all of a sudden, they're coming out with everything that we knew to be pretty much true when it was happening. Yeah, they were cheating. It was like Belichick and the videotapes, right?
The early line. Only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that roof. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple 15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. It's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
All right, so everybody loves leftovers, and I'm going to handle the leftovers today because it's very important. The Jaguars released wide receiver Gabe Davis. Maybe the Steelers should go sign him to a crappy deal since they have no other receivers besides crappy receivers like Woods and Wilson, etc. The Eagles and Dallas Goedert agreed to a reworked contract. They were going to trade his ass at the draft, and they didn't, and now they've given him a new deal, and he still makes plays for them. I could never really understand it, to be honest with you. Scott Frost, one of the most overrated coaches in college football history, got a 5-year, $22 million deal to return to Central Florida. Not bad for that hack. $22 million. I'd be counting my lucky stars. Big Ten led all conferences with $928 million in revenue in 2024. They are expecting over $1.2 billion in 2025. CBS has already started, you can't even believe this, picking the college football playoff teams for next season. I mean, you can't even make it up. They have literally projected who's going to be in the college football playoff. And right now, I'm going to tell you who it is. I'm reading this story, and I'm like, okay, well, who is it then? They have Ohio State, Texas, Clemson, and Iowa State, the top 4 seeds. Ohio State being the number 1 seed. Then they have Penn State and Navy at 5 and 12. Oregon and LSU at 8 and 9. Notre Dame and Georgia at 6 and 11. And Alabama and Cane Day. It's all about the Canes, baby. The Miami Hurricanes, the 7-10 matchup. You can't even make this up. They've already predicted who's going to be in the college football playoff. You know you have time on your hands when you're already projecting who's in the college football playoff. Serena Williams, Coach K, among inductees into the USA Olympic Hall of Fame 2025 class. The Sixers and Flyers Arena is going to change its names from the Ferrall Fargo Center to the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Here's a newsflash for you. The Sixers and the Flyers never once went to a conference finals in that building. So nothing will change. Former Miami Hurricane Avante Williams facing murder charges. Allegedly, he shot and killed a guy at a bar on Saturday night down there. Not a good scene. Video, as we talked about earlier, shows a Pirates employee, an usher, taking his belt off of his pants and beating a fan who yelled racial epithets at him and hockered on him. I literally saw the fan spit on the usher, who was black, and he was having none of it. He landed multiple haymakers on his mouth, knocking teeth out. Then he pulled his belt off his pants and beat him like a rented mule. It was awesome. I loved every minute of it. He'll probably get fired. Ex-porn star who claims he's Diddy's sex slave signed a NDA, a non-disclosure agreement with a deal for $5 million. Well, if he's not allowed to talk about it, why is he talking about it, that he was Diddy's sex slave? I can't figure it out. Boardwalk Empire star Michael Pitt arrested for alleged sexual assault and allegedly strangling his ex and allegedly attacking her. This is the kicker. With a cinder block. He beat her with a cinder block, allegedly. You can't even top that tonight on Ferrall Finish. Beating your ex with a cinder block, getting involved. A pet raccoon with a meth pipe in his mouth was found in the driver's seat during a traffic stop that turns into a big drug bust. The raccoon was driving the car and was smoking meth. That is fantastic. A neo-Nazi sextortion ring that blackmails teens into making sick videos has become so prevalent across America that every FBI office in the U.S. has opened cases on it. I think they call them the 754s or something like that. Very dangerous people. They want everyone dead here and want to kill everyone. It's awful. Front Office Sports Today is next, then GTD, then In Game Live. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 on Coast to Coast.
The Warriors' future was uncertain. Are they going to break it up? Steve Kerr coming back. They get Jimmy Butler, and they surge all the way through, and now they're through the first round.
The Warriors have guys, because of how special their star trio is, they can make the guys around them better. They can elevate the way that they play. And we saw that. Steph Curry, 3 points in the first half, steps up in the second half, 19 points in the second half to carry them home.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Malaysia Fawali, who you guys know I am a huge fan, has decided to switch allegiances and stay in league. And now she's going to go play for Kim Mulkey. Her, Flau'jae Johnson in the backcourt. It's going to be interesting to watch. You wonder sometimes with roster construction, maybe too much is not too good.
Betting above the rim. Only on SportsGrid.
I don't know what he was doing taking step-back threes at the end of that regulation when he's got bigs on him and he should be driving to the hole.
It's already bad enough that I'm playing with all these NBA and D1 studs that are unstoppable, and I'm the worst one there, and I can still ball with them. But if I start calling fouls, they'll revoke my privileges. Like, I man up when I play with them.
Ferrall Coast to Coast. Only on SportsGrid.
Two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take.
Ka-ching!
Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What?
How do you do this once?
Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid.